Hello crafty friends, Amanda here with Crafting with Amanda, and if you follow close to my heart at all, you have probably seen this beautiful cover of the new seasonal idea book. And now it is January 1st, so we get to open it and see all the goodness that is inside. There's just tons of them. So for Twisted Sister, I selected the digital collection from Life's a Hoot papers, and when I first looked at it, I'm like, oh, tooth. This just came out tooth, so I could do a title of tooth on a layout. And so then as I was looking at some of the other letters, Life Together, and then Life's a Hoot, I realized I could replace this little banner with this and Lost a Tooth. So I could create either a 1-page or a 2-page spread, just cutting out the elements, but change my title to Lost a Tooth. Not a big twist, I understand that. So that's not the one I'm going with. But it's a suggestion if you have to do a lost tooth or have some lost tooth photos to do, quick and easy. But I want to show you, because I have the paper collection, I've already been playing with it here, of Life's a Hoot. So there's the stripes. There's kind of this mishmash of color swatches. Then you have your circles with the gold. That was the other thing. There's gold elements in this, and we give out the gold coins. That's what the Tooth Fairy delivers in our house. So I just thought for losing a tooth, that was perfect. You have the purple papers with all of the different tones on them. This I absolutely love. There's a page of a card here in the idea book. Let me see if I can pull it up for you real quick, that I saw and I absolutely loved it. And I was like, oh, that's beautiful. And then I realized that's from Life's a Hoot. And it's right here on page 42. I saw this card and it really spoke to me. I just loved this background. So I'm looking forward to using more of these papers. And then this is the back of here, but I just have a little piece. I've used a lot of this paper. So here's the papers, and then I wanted to show you the stamps or the stickers and how cute these are. And there's gold. I'm trying to so that the light reflects the actual gold in it. You have No Rain, No Flowers, Happy Place, Smiles, again, goes along with our Lost a Tooth title there. So for me, it just made sense. So there's your kind of twist number one. But then as I was cutting the components, I'm going to give you a couple of, I don't know, tips is the right term for it, but I was cutting, I can talk. I was cutting some of the components for that layout, and I pulled this off. It came off nice and clean. And then on my Cricut mat, I had all of this. A few of these had come off, but I went ahead and stuck them back on my mat. And then I added with my Cricut mat, imagine that this is kind of the opposite, so that this purple's my Cricut mat. I went with my glue and quickly, you have to be pretty quick about this, and I did all of these last. Because they're the smallest pieces, you want to make sure they get glue on them. So do all of your big pieces with glue, then go back and quick catch all of the little pieces. And then I took just a piece of the purple backed cardstock, I don't have that right here, and I laid it over top. I made sure to line it up and laid it over top, and I put my Versamat on top of it, and just for a few minutes, just let it dry fully. And then you bend the Cricut mat away from what's on there. Oh, see, and you can see here, one gave away. I don't know if you can even see the glue on it, but I can go ahead. You're going to have a few of these, but I now have this great negative image background ready to use. And then I also, from the digital collection, I cut this out thinking that it would be a great stencil. And again, stencils from a digital collection, not that big of a twist. I think people think to use those kind of things. You can shrink it down to a card size, but I just thought this would be fun for like a birthday layout or even a 4th of July fireworks layout. So those are some of my tips, I guess. And then I was cutting out these owls, and tell me if you know where I'm going yet. Oh, I lost one of my feet here. So these are not glued down. I wanted to kind of show you what they look like together. So you have your owl here, kind of sideways. This guy, really kind of cute. But what if you, instead of gluing the wing on like that, what if you glued him off to the side? He could have some movement. He could be a dancing owl. He could be holding a heart in his hand. All little things that you could do to kind of twist these owls and make them your own. Pretty simple, easy, straightforward. The other tip that I have, which is not a trick, is instead of cutting the tiny, tiny little eyes, I just used a white gel pen and marked in the eyes. But now, here's my twist. Are you ready? I don't even have a project made with it, but I will have something. I'll go ahead and whip something up and show you at the end. But I'm going to move these to the side, because those are just straightforward owls, but I just wanted to kind of get your mind working to moving some of these things. But what if we take out the feet, we take off these wings, we're going to remove the owl's face. In the idea book, and this is what made me think of it, on the digital collection, it actually shows a oval here on the center of the owl, but when I imported this into Cricut, it wasn't there. You can add that. I was trying to do a twist that if you just cut it as it is, you could make this work. So cut this, slide it up a little bit, cut one more owl, and you're going to steal the tail feathers. And if you turn these upside down because of our two-tone cardstock, sneak this kind of underneath. You've covered your ears. You can kind of combine these here. And now you have an angel that you can add to a card for a sympathy or a Christmas card. And it just all comes together. You don't need to have any of the face stuff because it's just the background of an angel. Originally, I wasn't going to show the creating of the card, but as I was putting together the angel on the front, I realized that the back of this owl could be a bat symbol. So there you go, another twist for the digital art of Life's a Hoot. And for this card, I just inked the edges. I did that on both the owl or angel pieces. I used the lace doily for the iconic background for saints in the church, just to kind of really sell the angel theme. The stamp set that I used is Heartfelt Thought Sentiments. If you want to look for it, it's C1661. I know it's retired, but you can always find some of those on eBay and other sources. And then I'd cut the pieces to do the layout, and I'll have to go back and cut these pieces for the Lost a Tooth layout that I plan to do. You'll probably see that in an upcoming video. And I'm just grabbing these little sprigs of leaves to kind of fill in under the angel. I don't know, they kind of look like the leaves that are on that wreath there. Be sure to check out all the other gals in Twisted Sister. As I said, I'll have a link to their videos. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do that now. Be sure to check out all the other gals. Blessings.